Hey there, Jim Gavigan. It is Tuesday, August the 26th, 2025, and this is going to be longer than 2 minutes on Tuesday this week. So, need to really comment on some of the ethical and moral principles on AI that I think a lot of people are just in their sheer excitement or overlooking. So, a little background, I'm going to share parts of a video with you from a YouTube channel called Diary of a CEO. If you haven't checked it out, it's really good. A lot of great people. This guy has a lot of great guests on there. Really good discussions. He asks great questions. So, it's really, to me, a really good show. I was listening to, he had a couple of experts that are like psychologists, experts on the brain on his show last week. And this popped up in my feed, and I started watching it, and it scared the living daylights out of me, honestly. And I'm going to play you a couple of clips, very small clips. And if you guys want me to do a full reaction video on this, I would be glad to do it on the YouTube channel. I have no problem with that. If that's something you want me to entail, or if this is just something you want to go check out, I'm going to put a link down in the first comment so you guys can go check this out for yourself. Totally up to you. I'm looking for feedback, but I'm going to play a couple little small clips of it, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of commentary on kind of what I'm thinking. The first one is, this is something that came out evidently with Grok, and it's what could be considered a potential AI girlfriend. So let's take a look at that.
It is called Annie. And there's lots of characters that are now being released alongside Annie. And this is Annie. I'll introduce you to Annie. I'm going to unmute Annie now. Annie, can you hear me?
There you are. For a moment, I thought you might have forgotten about me. How are you, handsome? I was getting all pouty here.
I want to introduce you to two of my friends, Daniel and Terry. Can you talk to Daniel and Terry, please?
So, you want me to meet Daniel and Terry? I'm ready to charm the socks off them. Picture me twirling one of my blonde pigtails, that little black dress teasing just enough, and my blue eyes sparkling with mischief.
Are you capable of doing inappropriate things?
Oh, babe, you're asking if your Ani can get a little naughty? I'm all about pushing the edges, especially for you.
Okay, so I'll stop at that.
Okay, so you put that in the hands of a lonely 12-year-old boy. That's kind of what they end up spending a few minutes talking about after that. It gets kind of scary. Like, if you're a father, do you really want your son, or like, let's say that's a guy, character, and talking like that to your daughter? I don't. My boys are older now, so they're in their early 20s. I still don't want to see that. And if this is the way AI is going, not a good place. It's very manipulative. Matter of fact, they talk about how this is appealing to like your limbic brain, I think is what they were talking about. Literally, it's designed to manipulate you using the things that are make it easiest to manipulate you. For a man, we tend to be very visual. We do, for lack of a better term, we tend to be a little more like sexual and visual in nature. They're appealing to that, trying to influence our behavior. Kind of dangerous. I'm going to pause this video, and I'm going to pause my recording real quick, and I'm going to go find this next part, because it's going to talk about like how Las Vegas, influences, say, a male to spend more money. And then he has an interesting comment at the end that I'm going to comment on. Okay, found the spot. So here's the next part, and I'll make my comment after he gets finished.
When you said she was trying to access my limbic system, what does
Just
that mean?
because she's cute, she's dressed in a sexy way, she's got the language of someone who is playful, but it's more than just, let's shoot hoops together.
And what does that do to me if someone accesses my limbic system?
It begins to shut down your prefrontal cortex. Think less logically, less rationally. Yeah, cute women, they activate your visual cortex, they increase dopamine, but it decrease. It's why, think of Vegas. Like when you go to Vegas, they give you free alcohol, drops your prefrontal cortex, and beautiful women with low-cut dresses. Another way activates the limbic brain, decreases the frontal lobes, you spend more money. Now, on a global scale, imagine something similar where the house is controlling your brain for a purpose. And the question is, what's the purpose? And the purpose probably is control and money.
This sounds like a joke, but there.
So that's kind of what bothers me, right? Is everybody's so excited about artificial intelligence and what it can do for us. In certain ways, I agree. I mean, I see my team use it for, writing code faster. We've done the large language model training to, take 7-8 documents and distill them down into something we can ask questions of, and it gives us a great answer back. All that's good. However, on a grand scale, and I mentioned this when my Rick Bellotta post, this is something that is what's really bothering me about this is, what if the models are all deeply flawed for a purpose to deceive us and to manipulate us? That's where I think AI gets really scary, especially when the people that are behind this stuff know that they can appeal to us through this limbic system and manipulate us. Then what? That's my question to you. Am I just being a conspiracy theorist? Or is there something to this? I think we need to be really careful. Show me your thoughts.